What is up, my friends? Dan DeSilva here, the CEO of eCom Dudes. Really excited you're here with me today. Not only am I going to teach you how you can make a profit with dropshipping, but I'm going to detail in thorough detail exactly how you can go out and start dominating other sectors rather than only just Shopify. But I have some good news. This will also work for Shopify. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first question I always get asked is, Dan, what's the very first part of the process to going out there and creating a successful drop shipping company? Whether you want to drop ship on eBay, you want to drop ship on Amazon, you want to drop ship on Shopify, whatever it is, you have to realize there's always one particular thing you need to go ahead and keep at the back of your mind whenever you get started. And that one little thing is what niche you're going to get involved with. You have to keep in the back of your mind at any given time that if you decide to dive into a niche that literally has nothing, nobody in there, you're going to go ahead and be led into a dead end. However, if you go into a niche that's semi-competitive or heck, even sort of a lot of competitive, it's actually a good thing to have competitors in a niche, contrary to popular belief. A lot of people will think, okay, it's not good to have competitors inside of a niche because that means it's harder for me to tap into. As a matter of fact, that's not at all what it means. What it means is that niche, that particular niche that you want to get into, if there's competitors, that means you can go ahead and advertise, be different, and be able to make a bunch of money because of the fact that everybody in that niche is promoting, and if they keep promoting and selling their items, that means there's money to be made inside of there. So what that means for you is that you can tap in because the market is big enough. When there's competition, that is the very, very best thing you can ever ask for, okay? So when it comes down to competition and finding a niche that you wanna go ahead and really dive into, I will never ever tell anybody not to steer away from competition. What I say is go towards the competition and find what the competition is selling and see how you can sell it even better. And if you can, you have one of two options. You can either price it for more money, where you go ahead with a premium pricing strategy, or you price it for a little bit lower, or you go ahead and kind of meet somewhere in the middle. But what I like to do is the premium pricing, because here's the actual fact about going out and pretty much selling anything, no matter what you sell. To make $1 million, you either have to sell 100,000 units of a $10 product, or what you have to do is go out there and sell 10,000 units of a $100 product. Right? So again, it's a lot easier to sell the 10,000 units than it is to sell the 100,000 units. So when it comes down to it, and the math might be off, but you completely understand, I'm just quickly adding zeros in my mind. But right off the top of my head, you can clearly understand exactly what I'm saying. To hit $100,000, right? If you go ahead and sell 1,000 units at $100, you hit $100,000. But if you're selling lower cost items, which a lot of people do, you have to sell like 100,000 items at $1 just to hit that $100,000 mark. And it's a lot easier to sell 1,000 items, all right? So you have to keep that in the back of your mind, but also when you're selling those 1,000 items, the profit margins are higher. So don't ever worry about, if my profit is too, or my margins are too high compared to my competitors. I don't want you to think about that, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dive into my computer. I'm actually gonna help you break down and going into a niche so everything becomes a lot easier. And I know this is where a lot of people start. Now, again, this is pretty much the most annoying thing you'll ever watch, given the fact that everybody talks about niche selection and starting off with the niche and everything else. The best way I can ever describe it when I get on webinars and workshops and I talk to people is think about building a house. If you go out there and you build a house, you can't just build a house in thin air, right? That means you can't build your business in thin air. You need to lay out the foundation and build on that foundation. You have this massive house of yours. So same thing when it comes to your business. You need to lay out this foundation, which is finding the niche and finding the market you want to tap into, and then building on that and really increasing and going out there and dominating. And with what we're doing throughout these little few video series that I have on the eCom Dudes channel, what I'm actually going to teach you is how to tap into the market and how to dominate it with little subtle strategies that your competition will never be able to catch on to. So without further ado, let's head into my computer right now and I'll see you soon. Let's talk about the perfect niche formula. Now listen up, because I'm going to give you the 3 perfect steps to pick the best niche. Now, we're really gonna dive deep into it. I'm gonna give you examples. I'm actually gonna go into my computer and show you everything that you need to be, keeping an eye on, and pretty much what matters the most when you're getting into the niche selection process. So what I'm gonna do right now is outline the 3 best and then show you live how you can actually do these as well. So first thing is first, the 3 surefire ways to pick a 6-figure niche. The first one, as everybody knows, is the passion niche, and know what's going on inside the niche. That's the only reason why I ever recommend passion niches, because not only will number 2 and number 3 really dictate if you go into a passion niche, but it'll also go ahead and allow you to easily talk to your audience. Very important for you to realize this, all right? So inside of a passion niche, it might be, you might love fishing, you might love golfing, you might love knitting, whatever it is really, okay? You're gonna have to keep in mind that there might be a particular market for your passion. However, if there isn't a market for your passion, you're gonna have to let go of that passion when it comes to drop shipping items, all right? So in everything we do here, it's all about profitability. So if you can't profit and you're still passionate, it's not really worth your time. So again, what I highly suggest you do is always put the profit when it comes to drop shipping at the forefront when you're going out there and looking for a niche to tap into, because some niches don't have high profit margins. Some niches don't allow you to have, upwards of $10, $20, $30 for every single sale, and they only allow you to have maybe 50 cents to $1, and you have to rely on volume. So it's really important for you to go out there and realize that passion can be a hindrance if it's not a strength when it comes to the dropshipping market, and you'll really understand this when I talk about points 2 and 3. Point number 2 is market dictation and Facebook dictation. So let me talk a little bit more about passion from what I just said before. You already know the lingo inside of that niche, so it would be easier for you to go ahead and tap into that. So for example, golfers, right? They know all their pars, they know the club sizes, the club numbers, etc., ranges around the world, stuff about the PGA Tour, people that are in the PGA Tour, whatever it is, right? People know the lingo, people know what's going on, and it makes it a lot easier for somebody to tap into that niche. Same thing with video games. I can, spit video games off the top of my head with like Overwatch and the new Nintendo system that's coming out and everything else, and that's why I have, sites in the video game niche. But again, I get into that niche because number 1, it's profitable, and number 2, I know the lingo. So when I actually go ahead and talk about passion niches, it's very important for you to realize that I get into it when I have an idea of what my customer wants, of what the user actually wants. Very, very important for you to also keep in the back of your mind is that when you get into it, right, if you throw in a bunch of like 300 different products and you're like, okay, let's see which one sticks, then there's no point of you getting into a passion niche, because the whole point of a passion niche is if you're passionate about knitting and you know this particular type of threading or this particular type of, knitting material works really well, there's other people just like you who are passionate about that certain type of knitting style and they want that certain type of knitting material that you can sell to and have repeat buyers. So you need to have an idea of what they want inside of a passion niche. However, passion niches do not mean profit. Your bottom line is essentially what you're here for. If you're literally here just for the fun of it, then yeah, go into a passion niche. But if you're here to go ahead and make profits, perhaps even substitute an income that you have right now, a main source of income, you want dropshipping to be your main source of income, then perhaps a passion niche, if it doesn't line up with the other 2 that we're going to discuss, then it might not be the best route for you to go down. So if you want to go into a passion niche, make sure that you understand the basics of market dictation and Facebook dictation as well. So market dictation, what we're going to do is actually head over to AliExpress, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can let other drop shippers tell you what's currently working just by using AliExpress. And we'll also talk about watch count, which is, obviously the throwback. It's like the original type of site that everybody uses. But again, that just cross-references eBay, which is good for us as well. So without further ado, let's go to AliExpress so I can show you exactly how to go ahead and let the market dictate where we go. All right, so I'm over here at AliExpress. Now what I'm gonna be doing, take a look at this, okay? Go right here where it says best selling. Now we're actually gonna go ahead and click on best selling, and again, I actually sell a lot of different of these products, especially the chokers and whatnot, inside of a few of my stores, and they work really well because the profit margins are there. They're in style right now. iPhone 7 cases as well. This is an iPhone 7. This is for the S3s and whatnot, the Galaxies. But again, cases, they're down here. I can tell you that. Electronics, the cases are all down here and whatnot. So again, these are the best selling, right? But this is what I really want you to take a look at. Say, for example, I don't know, you want to get into, let's just say women. We're in women right now. And let's say you have, let's say you want to go ahead and sell glasses, right? So let's take a look at this. All right, let's take a look at this right here. Right here, very, very important for you to notice one thing when it comes to the bestsellers category is how many orders, all right, have been posted with this. So 2,800 orders. So right away, this tells me right from the get-go, from the best selling, that there are a ton of people ordering this. Because here's the thing. 87,000 orders. Let me tell you one thing that I can tell you from the start. One person is not ordering 87,000 of these for themselves, okay? There are thousands of people ordering this. 68,000 or 69,000 people, 1,328 people, all right, left feedback for the cases. Now, the order amounts also go ahead and tell me that this product is very, very in demand. Not only that, but I see people, okay, I can go ahead and take a look at the products that people actually receive. All right, very, very important. Now, the margins for this, 81 cents to $1.19 per bag. All right, this automatically will go ahead in my brain and tell me, okay, I can sell this for $5, $10. Now, what I also can do is head over to a site like watchcount.com. Now, what watchcount does is, let's go ahead and take a look at tempered glass. All right, I don't even know if it'll appear or anything. Okay, tempered glass over here. All right, so right here, 98,000 sales. So if we were to go ahead and take out our calculator, all right, and do 98,300, now they're ordering definitely in bulk. They're probably paying, give or take, $1.50, and they're selling it for $4. So we're going ahead, they generated $393,000. And they paid roughly about, let's say they're getting it at about $1 because they're doing a bunch of bulk, right, from their supplier. They've profited, give or take, $250,000 from this. All right? Very, very important that you realize exactly how amazing this is. Now, what you have to keep in the back of your mind at any given time is you want to go and click on the item and see where it's coming from. So item location, Nanuet, New York. So, okay, somebody's drop shipping it, which is perfectly fine, which means that this item is getting to the person very fast, and that's why they're able to go ahead and sell so many, all right? Because it's coming from a supplier, all right, that's based in New York. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at other ones, like the $1.79 ones, more than likely it's coming from Shanghai. All right, this is coming from Illinois, which is fine still. All right, so again, not coming, but look at this, 134,000 sold. All right, so let's go and find one that's actually coming from China, because all these seem to be posted from the United States so far, which I also, okay, so here we go. So 81,000 sold at $1.99, okay, and this one is coming from Hong Kong. But again, what you can do is you can still go ahead and sell the same way. Now, what you have to keep in the back of your mind is that there's companies out there that will allow you to ship in from AliExpress or Alibaba. They'll actually go ahead and take your products in, and it's a fulfillment center. They'll actually go ahead and fulfill the products for you at a certain set cost, whether it's 20 cents for every single sale that you make, etc. But again, it's something that you actually have to go ahead and look into. And that's a little bit more advanced as well for what we're talking about here. But for now, what you have to keep in mind is that these are selling like crazy. 91,000, 75,000, 98,000, 135,000 over here, okay? So again, this is working really, really well. The best selling, 100%. Now let's go over here and let's go and run the same thing with watch count. Let's just take a look at chokers. All right, women's chokers. I'm pretty sure, or women chokers. Let's go with women chokers. That might be a little bit better for us to go and cross-reference, right? So over here, let's just take a look at this. All right, we have 4,577 sold. This one has a little leaf hanging at the bottom of it. Let's take a look at, there's no leaf over here, but you can get different variations of this and go ahead and easily sell it on your own store, sell it on eBay, whatever you want to go ahead and sell it. So if we go and take a look and just keep going down and just keep taking a look at these chokers and whatnot, you have a huge market in here. I mean, an absolutely incredible, incredible market. So if we go ahead and take a look at this one over here, right, it's almost the same concept, just a different dangling type of charm, I'd call it, right? So this is something you have to go ahead and take a look at. Now, what you can also do is also go and take a look at the company profile. So you can visit the store, all right, and take a look at everything that they have in regards to chokers, in regards to other type of merchandise that they offer for resale. So this is something that you can go ahead and do, you can go ahead and dive into, and this is how you can pretty much go out there and let the market dictate which niche you decide to go into. And again, this is the #1 strategy that I suggest for anybody to get into, all right? So again, what I want you to keep in mind is that not only is this one of the top ways, but this is also one of the best and absolute easiest ways for you to tap into any market to do your research. So without further ado, what I'm gonna do is head back in to the slides so we can actually go ahead and talk about the Facebook dictation. So now when it comes to Facebook dictation, we're gonna go and let Facebook Audience Insights dictate if the niche is something we can easily tap into, or if not, what we can do to go ahead and use to pretty much see if we can tap into it. And I'll show you what I mean in just a few seconds. Let's head over to the Facebook Audience Insights right now. So we're at the Audience Insights, and what I want you to do is click on everybody on Facebook. Now, what we're gonna go ahead and do is pretty simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go and try to base off of the iPhone that we were just looking at, the iPhone cover. So we're gonna leave it to United States. I'm gonna click off on this. Now I'm gonna put age to 20. I'm gonna leave it off at 20 because that's what I typically like to do. Now, iPhone 7, all right, iPhone 7, let's see what we have. All right, so 18 to 24, all right, men and women. It's actually a pretty fair split right down the middle. But right away, this tells me that I have 350 to 400,000 people to tap into. Now, I'm gonna give you the golden numbers, okay? The golden numbers that you wanna look out for right over here, and I'm actually gonna put it in the slides as well. So the golden numbers, all right? I'm actually gonna type it out for you. Golden numbers is pretty simple. Ready? 75,000 to 500,000 niche targeted, all right? So this is one interest, all right? So this is something that I want you to keep in the back of your mind. So let me just put 500,000. Does this fall into our category? Yes. So what I would do with my case is actually list it for $6, right? $6 to $10 for that one particular case, and I'd only target iPhone 7, all genders between the ages of 20 upwards to 65, and let it go out and do its own thing. So again, this tells me right away that I can tap into this. Now, what I also want you to keep in mind is right here, go to page likes, and within page likes, this is what you can do. This is really, really cool. Take a look at this. You can actually target different pages, iPhone 6s, iPhone 7, iPhone 7, iPhone 7, etc. So let's go ahead and take a look at what also you can tap into for iPhone 7. So it's pretty simple in here. iPhone 7 is pretty much exactly what you can tap into. And that's all you really need. So as you can tell, iPhone 7, 7, 7, I Love Shopping, World 2.0, Epic Vines, etc. So again, Facebook Audience Insights will dictate how I can tap into that niche. Now, if I went ahead and just targeted Apple, right? Let's just go and target Apple Inc. This is 20 to 25 million. This is way too broad, okay? Way too broad for me to go ahead and target. What I want to do is stick to 75,000 to 500,000 for very niche specific. But when it comes to general, all right, this is more generalized. Ready? I would say 750,000 to 1 million is what I typically stick in between. 1.5 million is still fine, but 1 million is what I like to go for general. All right, very general. For example, a woman's choker. Now, if we go and try to target a choker, all right, let's go and see if we can even target a choker. All right, choker, women, all right, women demographics. Now we're gonna go ahead between 20 and 35, and let's see what we have over here. We have 500,000 to 600,000, all right? So I'm gonna drop it to 34, 500,000 to 600,000, still fine. So this right here can be my demographic, all right? This can literally be my demographic, all I need. But again, obviously we're gonna be focusing on women because we want women to purchase this. So yes, this right here, it's over by 100,000 for my niche specific, but it can still work 100%. Now, if I go to page likes, just to make sure that I can go ahead and see exactly if it's the type of pages I want to target. So let's go affinity, So Sinister. All right, I'm going to take a look at So Sinister and see what this is all about. All right, so this is, if this is jewelry, which it looks like it is, yes, this will actually fit perfectly with my choker, with the choker product if I was going to sell it. So again, this is all you need to do your research when you're trying to tap into a niche. Just dive in deep into it, okay? Now what you want to do is go ahead and put it all together. So you want to make sure everything aligns up together and it fits perfectly with what you're trying to do. So if you can easily tap into a niche via Facebook Audience Insight with the market dictation method, then this is a very good sign. Now, if you can throw the passion with market dictation and Facebook dictation, it becomes even, everything aligns together. That's a good market for you to go ahead into. You know what it's all about. You know there's people to advertise to. You know it's very easily able to go ahead and advertise to. So for you, just go out there and simply put, go ahead and do it all together. Do it all for yourself. Put it all together, and it's very, very good for you to tap into. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and take action. Go out after this video, read everything you can on the website, ecomdudes.com. There's a ton of information that we have out there for you that we really encourage you to go out and read, and videos that we encourage you to go out and watch as well. So we outline a bunch of different tips from going and creating a successful store all the way to creating successful ads that we want you to go ahead and make sure you read. But not only that, you can actually download your free niche research cheat sheet. And this is a cheat sheet that you can literally go ahead and download and follow. Oops, let me go ahead and pause my own little video.
I'm really excited.
Perfect. So again, this is something that I highly encourage you go ahead and download. It's something very useful that you can use as well. So those of you that take action after this video and start researching are going to see incredible results. And remember, this is just the first video of finding your niche. We still have finding your perfect product and then finding the perfect audience for your entire niche. And we're going to break those down so it's really easy for you. And if you follow this correctly, this can lead you at a bare minimum of anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 per month gross revenue, and your profit margins really depend on you, on the amount you generate per month with this simple little system. Just imagine, right? Those people that were selling the iPhone covers were doing, thousands and thousands of units. I think the lowest one we saw was like 75,000 units at $1.99 each, and that's still $150,000. And we saw one, or I'm sorry, that one at the $1.99 was around 138,000. So they were doing very, very well. When it comes down to it, I think they were at $250,000 or a little bit above that actually. So again, go out there, do your research, let the market tell you what's working. Don't change up what's currently working. Let the market tell you. Go out there, go do it. Take immediate action right now. Head over to ecomdudes.com. If you don't go over there and read the stuff that we have, it's going to become a lot harder for you. So go out, go read it, enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you really enjoyed it as well. And I look forward to sending you more help and a lot more informative videos exactly like this one. And let's go back to me, and so you can see my pretty little face before I end this video. So you just learned a lot of information. Now, what I want you to do is head over to ecomdudes.com and read all the blog posts that we have. More specifically, read one of the case studies that we did where we literally turned almost $300 into $27,000. Now, again, the numbers are absolutely incredible. The ROI is incredible because of the fact that we use the retargeting campaign. So it produced a lot of income for us, a lot of revenue. So without further ado, head over to ecomdudes.com, take a look at the blog, just download all the free stuff we have for you as well. You can go ahead and take some micro courses. There's a bunch of different things that I highly encourage you to go and take a look at Ecom Dudes. We have coaches like Ben Malal, Farzam, tons of coaches in there that are coming in. And again, like always, I look forward to seeing you very soon. My name is Dan DeSilva, and I'll catch you guys pretty soon.